Hello everyone, welcome back to St. Louis Billikens Dynasty, and we are officially in Season 2. Exciting stuff. Season 1 obviously wasn't great, but we have vastly improved in the off-season, and things are looking bright, I think. Let's take a look at our new revamped team first, if I can find the right page for it. And as you can see at the top, we are now a 77 overall across the board. As compared to when we started in Season 1, we were a 67. So we've jumped 10 overall in one off-season, and that's actually pretty impressive stuff. And if this pattern continues, we'll be a 97 by year 4. I mean, I hope, but probably won't happen. For QB, Vince Trinidad was our big 3-star quarterback pickup. Wasn't as high as an overall as I hoped he would be, but he's got great physical traits. He's got 90 speed. He's got 91 throw power. His accuracy needs a little bit of work, but he's not bad. And the only problem is that Sean Bartlett, our second half starter last year, also had a giant bump in rating, a giant rating boost in the offseason training, and they're now tied in overall. But what I think I'm going to do going forward here is I think I'm going to play Vince Trinidad for at least the first 4 games, because you can play 4 games until you burn your red shirt, but I want to see what Vince Trinidad can do. So I'll play him in the first 3, maybe 4 games, and if he justifies a starting spot for him, we'll play him through his whole true freshman year. If he stinks it up, if we're just marginally better and throwing Sean Bartlett in there doesn't really change much, I think I will redshirt Vince Trinidad and play Sean Bartlett the rest of the year. Because he is only normal dev, and he's got pretty big skill caps. So yeah, he's just never going to get any more elusive. His throw power is not ever going to go up. He does have room to grow on the accuracy front. So, I mean, redshirting him wouldn't be the worst thing. Even though he only has normal dev. Just getting some more experience under his belt. But it'll all come down to how he plays. If he wants to earn that starting job, he can have it. And then on the running back core, Dunbar and Perkins return. I redshirted Manny Royster. Just doesn't have the overall yet, but he should get up there once Dunbar and Perkins leave. It'll be his job to take pretty much. And then at wide receiver, we're starting Leon Golden, 76 overall. He's a star dev, I think, but this is our last year with him. And then Ty Robinson we got as a transfer. He's a redshirt senior. And then Acevedo, kind of a disappointing pickup. He'll fill out for depth pretty much. And then Oscar Choi just kind of I think he's still in there as a slot wide receiver. Yeah, he just kind of got supplanted in the normal rotation by just everyone passing him up pretty much. And then tight end Mason Williams, we brought him in as a transfer, and we desperately needed it because he is by far our best tight end. We'd have been stuck with 67 overall Miles Springer, which oh man. Tyler Kafka actually looks like a really good player. He's got 86 speed, which for a tight end is just insane. He looks kind of like more like that Brock Bowers kind of mold. So he might be an exciting player. I'm redshirting him this year, though. We can do Carroll Stafford as our 3rd guy for the jumbo sets. And then, yeah, just really have a good redshirt freshman season from him. And then on the O-line, Travis Gainwell, he's our elite left tackle, only 70 overall, but he will be a day 1 starter, and hopefully we can get his overall up like super, super high if he plays all 4 years for us. Max McClure returns at left guard. Carl Bjornsson, I'm redshirting. He was our big redshirt pickup, and he should be good to go next year after McClure graduates. At center, I got these 2, Rochelle and Hawker. And I do like Hawker more long-term as compared to Rochelle, so I'm redshirting him and in the hopes that he can pass Grant Huff and Jakari Rochelle in the next coming seasons. But we'll have to see how their development pans out. But I'm going to go with Grant Huff for this year. And then right guard, we have DeMarcus Perkins returning. Antonio Mann, yeah, he was pretty low overall, so I had to redshirt him. Kalen Franklin returns at right tackle. He'll be graduating after this year. Damian Green will probably be a good option for us going forward, too. He had a big overall bump. Jamichael Lemons, had to redshirt him. And then on the back end, our D-line looks just pretty much about the same. Lester Walters fits in at the left end. Did have Javonte Wooden. All three, I think, yeah, we had three D-line recruits for the ends, and they were all 68 overall, and that's actually really nice. So I just redshirted all three of them, and then that's basically the theme. If they weren't like immediate day one starters, I just redshirted them because we just need to give them room to grow. No reason to rush their development, especially since we're not like really gonna try to run the table here. We are, I think, going to be one of the better players in the MAC. We have that 77 overall. Should put us in the upper tier, but I'm not going to go all out for a conference championship this year. It'd be nice if we get there, but I'm not going to stunt their development, throwing them to the wolves just yet. So then we'll have Zach Waters as our right end, and then on the D tackle, Van Eaton and Alexander Arnold are tied in overall, but Alexander Arnold has star dev, and he's only a sophomore, so I think he'll play over Van Eaton this year. Van Eaton just didn't really impress me last year. Didn't do enough. And then Alex Trueblood was the one D tackle we were finally able to get. We lost a lot. We lost like 4 or 5. They just kept getting sniped from us, but we landed Alex Trueblood. He's gonna wear the red shirt this year. Maurice Hester's back for his senior campaign, up to a 75. He'll be rushing off the edge. We recruited Reggie Cooper. He'll be wearing the red shirt. In the middle, Jeffrey Reynolds will be starting. Cole Inslee was the guy we got, and 66 overall is not bad, so he should develop into a fine player. And he'll be wearing the red shirt. Merle Willis is our right outside linebacker. And did I not? Evan Denson actually turned out to be super good. He's probably our highest overall rookie after Trinidad, our quarterback. And I don't know if I want to put him in a red shirt or not. He'd be a great backup, but I don't know if I want to waste a year of eligibility playing behind Merle Willis the whole year. So around like game 4 or 5, I'll take a look and see how many games he's played and make a decision there. But yeah, he's actually going to be super good for us, hopefully. At cornerback, we have Warren Barron as our number 1. He's up to a 74. Our D-core is looking slightly better. We had, I think, 171 overall last year, and then the rest were in the 60s. So we basically got a full starting rotation of 70s, which is a good improvement. Baker Booker was the one CB I think we got as a transfer. He'll just kind of be depth. He's only a sophomore, though. He has room to grow. Terry Poole, I think, will slide down in like the actual depth chart, though, because he only has 83 speed. He just doesn't have the foot speed to keep up with receivers, and that really hurt us last year. Renee Franklin returns as our starting free safety. Maurice Golston will be redshirted, but he'll slide into the starting role next couple of years. And then strong safety is definitely going to be our weakest position. I just couldn't find anyone to really start. Josh Barr was our transfer pickup, but yeah, he just he wasn't the overall I was looking for. But we'll see how he develops. I think he's got a good dev trait. Not off the top of my head. Yeah, he has star, so he should develop nicely. Randy Richards, I think, is normal. Yeah, so I might consider playing Barr over Richards later in the year. I'll have to look into their ratings a little bit more closely, but yeah, only 83 speed. Again, we need better speed in the back end. All right, and that is our roster for Season 2. And then let's have a look at our schedule next. So we're going to start out the year playing FCS East. We played in FCS school in like the middle of the year last year, and I feel like just playing them week 1 and getting like a kind of a tune-up game and getting our feet under us would be a little bit better strategy, especially when we have a true freshman quarterback. So instead of throwing him to Mizzou week 1, I think just giving him an easier opponent and letting him get into the rhythm, I think is just a much better strategy. So we will be playing FCS East week 1, and then we will be hosting Mizzou this year because we were away last year. And they're ranked number 6. They had a good year last year, made it to the SEC championship, made it to the college football playoffs, got knocked out round 1 though. And should give them a better game this time around. And then week 3, we'll be going on the road to Colorado. They will probably be without Shedeur Sanders. They'll be without Travis Hunter. I think they were seniors last year. So yeah, they'll be gone. It'll be an interesting look to see what their team looks like now. And then we'll be going on the road to San Diego State to finish off our non-conference games. And then in the MAC, we are at Kent State, at Buffalo, at Eastern Michigan, and then we're playing Ohio at home, Western Michigan at home, Bowling Green at home, Miami, Ohio at home, and then we will finish it off visiting Toledo. So a lot of rematches here that I'm really interested in, especially these last 2 games, Miami, Ohio, and Toledo. These were our probably the 2 worst games, and then Bowling Green as well. The last 3 games were the worst 3 games we played last year. They just absolutely torched us, blew us out, had no remorse. So I'd like to get some get back this season, hopefully. Hopefully we can get some revenge. And then we'll be playing Ohio this year for the first time. They were the only team in the MAC worse than us. So it'll be interesting to see how much we've improved. And yeah, just a good schedule all around, and hopefully we can make a run for the MAC championship this year, especially with the improved quality on our roster. And then for our recruiting board, you'll notice right away, I am going a bit bigger this year. Last year, we just had too many holes on the roster to really focus on any higher ranked players. We just needed as many good players as we could, so I mainly just focused on 3 stars and 2 stars that already had interest in us. But now that we have a solid foundation, we can afford to go after the bigger fish now. We can afford to muck it up with some bigger schools and hopefully land at least maybe 1 5-star. So I've added a couple to the board here, the ones that were open to us. Tim Tafua, the number 1 player in the nation, left end. Lyle Luter, the number 2 quarterback in the nation. He's an improviser type, which is my favorite type. Scrambling's nice. I like high speed, but I don't really need high speed. As long as they have at least like 82, they'll be fine. And then I like the throw on the run stats. So I'll probably go after him. And then yeah, just a lot more 5 stars and 4 stars. And I don't know like if I'm gonna go hard on them early. I might wait and see who opens up and who I can realistically go for, and then put my points in. But that's not really a viable strategy anymore. That was like in the beginning when the game came out, you could just go in week 6 and see which 5 stars aren't being recruited or under recruited, and then you just get some free 5 stars. But they really fixed that, so the 5 stars are usually off the board pretty quick. So we'll have to make a decision soon, but I'll have to see how it all plays out. I'll have to do some thinking. But yeah, I'm just trying to get some higher quality people, not just quantity, I guess, is what I'm going to go for. But yeah, a lot of 3 stars, not really any 2 stars. I think, yeah, just 3 stars and up are we're going to go for. And I've already given out all the scholarships and everything off camera. So I think that's all I need to show you guys. All right, so we'll advance to week 0. And yeah, already people at risk of transfer, but I think Merle Willis is a senior, so it doesn't really matter if he leaves. I think Waters is the same way. All right, so Lyle Luter, he's the only quarterback on our board. I don't really see a point in going after someone less ranked and less good, especially when we'll have Vince Trinidad starting for us. So we don't really need to go for anyone that won't really push the needle. So I think I'm just going to send the house on Lyle Luter and see if we can hurry up, get into the top 8 before it closes. If we don't, it's, I guess, not that big of a deal. He'd just be nice to land. Eric Mendoza is a pretty good power back. Not my favorite tendency. So I might hold off on him and see. But like looking at the teams involved here, there's not really anyone that like daunting. I guess Clemson would be the scariest one there, and I guess Georgia's there too. I don't know how I missed them. I take back what I said, but like with North Carolina State as the top-ranked team, like you'd think you might have a chance to get in the race there. But I think I'll wait and see on him. All right, I think I'm done for hours for week 0. So I'm kind of taking a calculated risk here. I'm going in hard on players that were not in the top 8 on, trying to get back into the race. So like most of the 5 stars and 4 stars that aren't interested in us yet, I'm just going full in and trying to get on their radar. And then people who are already interested in us, if we're in like 2nd place or 1st place, I like didn't even put any points on just because we didn't have any to spare. So I'm sure by like week 1 or week 2, we'll lose out on half the people I'm putting points on. They'll just lock us out because we couldn't get into the race fast enough. And then once that happens, we'll be able to pivot and put points back into people that are already interested in us. So we have backup plans if our 5 stars don't work out. So I think that's how I'm going to play it. It's a little bit risky. We might fall behind early on these 3 stars and not be able to recover. But I think that's the way you have to play it when we only have 350 hours to work with. So we'll advance. I think someone did lock us out. I don't know why I'm not getting the recruiting update page. Like I'm only getting the school grades and players at risk of transfer. But like I'm not getting a recruiting update and seeing who's locked us out and who's progressing. It only popped up in the off season last year. I don't know what's that's about. So yeah, see, we already lost out on a center. I'm not too upset about that. We don't a center kind of waste of time, and then didn't really put much points on Tim Tafua, but #1 player does not want to be here. Understandable. Left guard we lost out on, and 4-star wide receiver we lost out on. Okay. We are into the top 8 on Lyle Luter. Yeah, and I mean, there's not really big names involved here. He is a big proximity to home guy, so you won't really see many like huge schools in on him that way. He's not like he's pro potential or championship contender. The biggest name I see on here is Ohio State, and they haven't even offered him a scholarship. So if we're gonna be fighting with like Purdue and Louisville for this guy, we have a much better chance than if we're gonna be fighting the Georgias and the Alabamas and those other type of schools. And especially if, yeah, we just need to hope that Ohio State doesn't suddenly try to get in on this guy. Haven't gotten into the top 8 on Mendoza. I mean, he's won't be like a big focus. If we lose out on him, it's okay. I have a backup plan. 2 backup plans actually, so wouldn't be the biggest loss. Max Steinbacher we're into the top 3 on. He'll be a big get. He's got 93 speed. And yeah, we desperately need speed in the wide receiver core. Our guys are just way too slow to get separation. And we're into the top 3 on this 4-star right tackle, Lorenzo Boone. And I think this is actually a winnable one. No movement with Garrison Addington, another center I added. Center, I guess we kind of need better players, but it's not like in a position of immediate need. And if he's not being moved by what we're offering, there is only one team in on him, and that's Tennessee. So I want to say we have a chance, but I mean, he's not interested yet. We can't offer him A+ playing time, so maybe I think we'll stay the course. Aiden Fort, Virginia Tech's making a huge push. Ohio State's in on him. I just don't think we have the resources to win this one, so I'll just pull out. Which sucks because we definitely need help on the D-line, but we just can't go balls in on a 5-star edge and lose out on him, and then our whole recruiting class is ruined because we put too many points into someone we had no chance of getting. So yeah, we definitely need to know when to pull out, as we all should be trying to do in all facets of our lives. I think I'll take a second look at everything after the game just to double check, make sure I'm not
screwing anything up, but I think we'll jump into the game now. We will be playing FCS East, and it'll be our first look at our true freshman. So, yeah, I'm excited. All right, here we are back at the Dome at America's Center, and the crowd looking just as sparse as it was last year. I guess they haven't caught on to the Billiken hype, but they'll get there. Got a interesting uniform combo rocking for the Billikens here. I got blue and blue helmet and pants, and then a gray jersey. And I couldn't. There's no option to change the FCS uniforms, so they just kind of defaulted to this sky blue. And yeah, it doesn't really clash that much, so it's fine. Yeah, very interesting, to say the least. I'll see if I like these gray and blues. And I guess FCS East is a triple option team, which might be a struggle considering how awful we were at stopping the run last year. But yeah, if they dink and dunk us down the field like Navy or Army, I'm gonna be so mad. And there's no one on the outside contain. Yeah, not a good start. They're kind of triple optioning us to death right now. I'm not sure how you stop it. Haven't played many triple option teams in this game. Oh, it's a throw. Pick that off. No, we just got mossed. Oh my goodness. How do you let that happen? How do you get mossed by an FCS school? Fullback dive, swallowed up. Still got a yard, though, out of that. Yeah, the Heisman CPU are experts at falling forward while getting tackled. They get like 3 extra yards when they shouldn't. Another fullback dive. And, yeah, swallowing him up. They will probably have to pass here. Triple option, and he swallowed short. They'll probably kick a field goal. Probably get 3 out of this. And he missed it. All right, that's as good as a start as we could have hoped for. They looked dangerous in the first part of the drive, but we stepped up in the red zone. I guess they just did like 3 fullback dives in a row, so it wasn't the hardest of plays to stop, but Now our offense will get to work, and we'll see Vince Trinidad for the first time wearing number 6 for your Billikens. And I want to put that 90 speed to work immediately. I want to see him on a read option. And I forgot that in this game you have to hold it to keep it, not hold it to hand it off. I still haven't gotten used to that. It used to be the opposite in NCAA 14. And yeah, I've just haven't been trained on the muscle memory yet. We'll get it outside. Who is that? Who's number 18? It's kind of hard to read the names with these gray uniforms. The white doesn't really stand out that much. And the game's not going to tell me, so I guess it'll be a mystery. Who's number 18? That's Keenan. All right. George Keenan with a nice RPO gain there. We'll run up the middle with Dunlap, and he's got his first touch for a first down, 12-yard gain. Outside, cut up field, nice run by Dunbar. Get a stiff arm in there. Fighting for extra yards. He's doing well early here. Picking off where he started last year. Another one of these. Here's Keenan, and they swallowed him up at the line of scrimmage that time. I think we try to go back to the read option here. I do want to see how fast Trinidad can run. Yeah, he's got good speed. Oh, and a great juke move, too. Wow. He's making people miss out there. He is a pretty good halfback. I think he came in as an athlete. And yeah, he's also good as a running back. Basically the same overall. But yeah, just that throw power I couldn't pass up on. He had to be a quarterback. But if we ever if we land that 5-star quarterback somehow, could consider moving Trinidad to running back. He's super fast, and he seems very elusive. Let's just out the arm, though. Here's a good throw to our new tight end, and he will fight his way across the plane And that is your first Billikens touchdown of the year. 2 brand new players showing off the future. Williams had the catch. He's only 73 speed. So, but he didn't look it. He looked like he had a little bit of juice, Mason Williams. Trinidad just laid it out there. Look at that perfect spiral. And then, yeah, just kind of forced his way through. And we're up 6-0, soon to be 7. Yeah, that was a very, very good drive. Just didn't really have any negative plays. We were methodical. We switched up run and pass. And I think that read option with Trinidad was the one thing I was most excited about because any time I tried to do a joke move last year, now it's a nice play. Lester Walters shot the gap, and quarterback turned the wrong way. I don't know where he was going, and he just got swallowed up. But yeah, last year, like I was saying, just anytime I tried to hit a juke move with one of my players, it looked like they stepped in quicksand or something in a puddle of molasses. They just never went anywhere, but he went past 2 people with one juke move. I was very impressed. But that's the end of the first quarter. Billikens are up 7-0. And I think I forgot to change the accelerated clock. I think it's at like 15 or 16 instead of 20 like I like it to be. And I think the games are moving just a little too fast. So I'll have to remember to change that after the game. But that's a good toss for, I guess, a 10-yard gain, I think. And so it'll be 3rd and 3. Going to be another pitch. Can we get out there? No, we can't. Just wasn't able to disengage off the block. It's Jarvis May with the first down. Fullback dive, and how did he break that off? Our two interior D linemen ran into each other. All right. Yeah, how do you stop these guys? And that's another huge gain. The fullback dive is way too effective right now. Do we just clog up the middle, make him go around us? They go with the fullback dive again, and he's standing on top of the pile, and he'll just kind of roll across the top of the pile to the first down. That is unfortunate. Shoot the gap. There we go. Yeah, their offensive linemen are so far apart. I think we just need to shoot gaps whenever we can. They're letting us run through them. We just need to time it, and it wouldn't let me time it there. Why would you give him the inside? Where are you going? And that'll be an FCSE's touchdown. All right, maybe this was the wrong FCS team to schedule. This option attack is just so annoying. Yeah, I tried to shoot the gap, but instead of charging through, he just stopped and stood up like he was T-posing or something. And then my cornerback just, I don't know what kind of angle that was, but that was not me. That was the CPU taking just a horrific pursuit angle, and it's all tied up. They really should be ahead in this game now. They just shanked a gimme field goal, so they should be up 10-7. We really need to step up our game on defense. I just don't know. I don't know the game plan for stopping an option attack. I don't know what you need to do. We'll have to do some halftime research. But we've got the ball now. Gain of 5 from Dunbar. We can show him we can dominate on the ground too. We can do a little read option as well. That's fine. Bounce out Trinidad. Get the first. Just out of bounds right before. And I think that's Cameron Teague's music. There he is, the big boy. I kept him on the team for one reason, and that's to get 3rd and inch conversions, and he's got a big one there. I think that was around 12. Just rumbled right up the middle. First down. Here's Dunbar with another gain. They just can't stop the run either. And I mean, why switch it up? We just got to keep pounding it. And I didn't hold A this time to keep it, but Trinidad kept it anyway. Still not too used to read option. We'll try a throw play here. I like the drag, as always. There's Mason Williams. I'm pretty sure that's his name. He gets us close, 3rd and 2. And yeah, don't really mess about. Let's just run it through. Hope we won't get the opportunity. 2-minute warning. Yes, the quarters are going way too fast. This is only our second drive of the game, and it's already almost the end of the first half. This is going by way too fast. I know there's a lot of running going on, so a lot of clock is burning off, but yeah, I need to, yeah, see, it's down to 15 seconds already. That's way too fast. All right, 3rd and 2. How's your throw on the run? That was okay. There's Mason Williams again. Yeah, he's a little sluggish out there, but he gets open, I guess. That's all we need. Yards after catch opportunities aren't great, but that's fine. That looks open. Throw across the grain. And here, I think that's... I'm blanking on the name. I've said his name so many times. I think that's Keenan. Yeah, number 18's Keenan. I just kind of rolled one way, and he just ran all the way away from the zone defenders, and I was able to slip it in. And I'm rolling out for no reason. Let's just throw it away. I don't know where I was going on that play. I like Keenan out on the out with no over-the-top support. Really kind of play it. I roll out. Be faster, Trinidad. Be faster. No, why wouldn't the numbers pop back up? Where are the buttons? I could have flipped it to, I think the tight end was sitting there, but I couldn't see what button to press because it just never pop back up. That's unfortunate. All right, 3rd and goal from the 12. Things are looking a little bit dire. And there's a good throw. And that'll be a touchdown on the drag. That's just unstoppable. Who is number 9? I'm going to have to learn a lot of names this year. That's LJ Young Jr. I think he saw some limited cameos last year. Not really. But he'll see some more action this year. He's only a sophomore. And he looked good on that one. Just dumped it off. The defender couldn't keep up with him. And he just had the speed to turn and burn. Plow his way through. All right, and it's 14-7. FCS East has a minute to respond, and I don't think they can just triple option down the field with only a minute left. They'll probably have to throw the ball. They've only thrown the ball once, I think, and we got absolutely mossed. So doesn't really bode well, but I'm sure we can do better than that. Yeah, play action. And we're just playing off coverage. I don't know what's going on here. They just run curl every single time, and they haven't figured it out. Dude, they only have one route. Just follow them. And yeah, just if it's not a curl, he just can't hit it. This guy, I'm sure, doesn't have a good arm. This is why they're triple option. And we just need to be on him, I guess. And I mean, it's kind of embarrassing that our pass rush still can't win. But we finally get one. It was kind of an unblocked rusher. He didn't really win, but it was good enough. 3rd and 15. Play over the top. Maurice Hester get in the backfield. That's a sack. Maurice Hester wasn't the one to get it, but I was able to win with the swim move, get inside, push him in. And that was Alexander Arnold, the D tackle. Star dev, and he got in the backfield. And he was the one to finally swallow him up. And 4th and 21, they'll have to punt with 40 seconds left. We've got time to add another to the board. Not a good punt. We'll have a chance to return. We got space on the outside. Cut up field. That's a good juke. That's a great move. What a return. Who is this guy? That's Acevedo, the transfer junior wide receiver. And yeah, I don't think he made it up the depth chart for actually running routes as a receiver, but he's our main return man this year now, and that was a great gain. It feels really, really good to actually have skill players that have skill. Like, I have forgotten what this feels like. Let's go up to Oscar Choi. I'm feeling it. He just beat his man clean. He's down at the 2. What a player. Just ran right by him like he was a traffic cone. And it was good track down speed to bring him down at the 2. I'll give him that. But What a great throw from Vince Trinidad. He's only got like 74 deep throw accuracy, but didn't look it there, just dropped it right in the bucket. And we can afford to let the time drop down here. 22 seconds. We don't need a rush. I say we go jet sweep here. They don't have a guy on the edge to cut him off. Oscar Choi, just cut upfield, touchdown. Easy. We could never run that play last year. It was so annoying. Usually it's a money play, but our outside tackles could never hold a block, and if someone shed outside, they would just cut them off instantly. But FCS East didn't really line up with anyone on the edge. They really crammed the middle. So, I mean, I guess that's when you run this play, exploit them. And Oscar Choi is the beneficiary. Should have had a touchdown on that slot fade there, but he gets it on the jet sweep. And we're up 21 to 7. It looks like they won't kneel. They'll probably run one more triple option. So no big plays. And as I say that, it's a big play. All right. Let's just drop back. Yeah, they're probably gonna. No, they won't even have time. All right. I mean, you had timeouts, but okay. Guess they don't really want to try Hail Mary. I don't know if they can do that in an arm to get it to the end zone anyway. But that'll be the end of the first half. We are up 21 to 7. And yeah, they're just kind of gashing us on the ground, but we're keeping pace pretty much. Rushing yards aren't too far behind, and passing numbers obviously better. We just gave it that one chunk play for the touchdown from some bad pursuit angles. Yeah, but other than that, haven't really done much. And our offense has looked great. Vince Trinidad's looking actually pretty fantastic. His throws are nice. His speed is game-changing, especially when we're used to like 74 speed rating Sean Bartlett. So, yeah, I mean, it's only FCS East, obviously. But, yeah, he could be a special player. I think we'll give him some more throwing plays. I want to see how his arm is. There's Keenan again. I guess Keenan's become our main RPO guy now. That was Leon Golden's role last year. But now Leon Golden is our #1 wide receiver, so they usually go to the #3 guy on the depth chart, which is now Keenan. So, yeah, he'll get a lot of passes this year. And can I set and throw? That's a good throw. Hold on to the ball. No, you got to bail out your quarterback there, bud. Come on, Mason Williams. It was a perfect throw. Just couldn't hold on through contact. And I hate how the CPU DBs have eyes on the back of their head, because that cornerback all the way down the field, he had his back turned. He had no way of knowing the ball was coming his way. He was able to turn around without even looking and make the play on that on the tight end and knock it loose. There's just no reason he should be able to see when that ball's coming. And I don't know how you fix that. I'm sure it's like a coding thing. But, yeah, it's just frustrating. That should have just been an easy completion. And that's into double coverage. Luckily just swatted down. I just wanted to go up for it. The post looked enticing. Here's another big gain from Dunbar. I don't know how he slithered through that hole. He had to get real skinny to fit through, but he made it work, and then there was just all sorts of room for him to run through. And yeah, there's nothing going. I should have just thrown it away. Yeah, once I get a quarterback that can actually kind of run, I just bail out of the pocket way too much. And that was a horrific play. Where did the blocker go? He ran off to go block a completely different person. I don't know where he went. But you need to block the cornerback, dude. That is your man. And they blitz on 3rd and long, but the screen pass goes behind the line. I don't know what kind of throw was that. And we'll have to kick a field goal. 4th and 12, no way. First action for our new kicker outside of extra points. This is probably going to be a miss. Oh, no, he snuck it through. Oh, barely had the leg. That's scary. Our old kicker had like 90 kick power, but we don't have that anymore. I thought I could just take a lot off and focus on accuracy, but He barely snuck in from like 43. That's a little concerning. But, I mean, it counts. 24-7 now. And we just need no silly mistakes from our defense. Played well the last time FCS East had the ball, but that's because they were forced to throw the ball pretty much. Couldn't just run it when it was a 2-minute drill. Now they're going to be back to the run. And we need to figure out some way to contain it. Triple option. QB just snuck through. And that's a big gain. That's a little bit better. Maybe we need to try doing some like double mug looks. Just to really crowd the middle. Because their big plays are either like a fullback dive right up the middle. And then if we can clog up the middle, we can yeah, see, there's another one. And then, yeah, we need to clog up the middle, force them out wide. Yeah, maybe we just keep going goal line and just hope they, they're running out of the, this isn't good. They're going out of the shotgun. A throw? Oh, my goodness. And it's another curl route for first down. That's the only route they ever run. I just don't know how my DBs haven't figured that out. And that's a good stop. Yeah, we just need to be shooting the gaps more often. I was almost off sides there. But yeah, it's really easy to slip through the O-line. So we just need to really crowd up. And yeah, just I think I'm getting the hang of it. 4th and 15, they'll most likely punt. Always got to go punt safe, man, so you don't get a roughing the punter penalty. And yeah, just an awful punt again. Just fair catch it. Start from the 22, and that's the end of the third quarter. This game is flying by. Yeah, just so much running going on that it really chews clock. But yeah, we've been playing well. We just need to cap it off. Here's Dunbar up the middle. Yeah, a lot of space up the middle. They're really vacating the box, and hey, we'll just run it up the gut if you don't want to stop it. And now they commit 7. So I think that's a good time to do some all-go. They're playing off coverage, but I think someone's got to have the speed to win. It's not going to be Mason Williams, but I like B. Here's Keenan, and nope, can't go up and get it. Be worth a shot on first down. This is a tune-up game. We're trying to see what our offense has. We didn't really have the speed to burn there. Yeah, we're missing just that guy that can take the top off the defense. Really, we got guys that are close, but they're only like 89, 90, 91 speed. We need a guy that's 94, 95, 96. All right, 3rd and 9. Get a boot going. Get the legs moving. And turn up field. That works. No, I don't know where the rush was or the underneath defenders were, but hey, that works out. Cameron Teague into the game. That's enough for the first down. Yeah, found his way onto the field on not a 3rd and short, 4th and short situation, but still is effective. And there's no holes there for Dunbar. Thought about bouncing it out. Probably should have. Yeah, they're keying in on the run now. They got... that's probably 7 guys in the box. It just looks like a lot because they're all standing on top of one another. We can do some play action, though. Take advantage. Get out there. Just out of reach. There's that deep throw inaccuracy coming in there. Maybe it's because it was a yellow meter bar. So that one's ratings based, and so it did a ratings check, and so he overthrew it. So I think, yeah, I got to keep it in the blue if I'm going to chuck it deep.
Okay, ready?
Yeah, because when we were throwing deep earlier in the game, it looked good. It was a good throw, though. Mason Williams getting involved in the passing game. I'm a huge tight end fan. They just run the best routes, and their size means that they're usually pretty open. They just run a lot of drags, a lot of crossers, and those are the routes I love the most. They're just usually always open. So if you play as a tight end in my system, you will get a lot of touches free. Oh, that's a great throw. Oscar Choi kind of played like a running back there, just leaking out to the flat. They had an unblocked rusher right up the middle, but Vince Trinidad had the speed to get away, and a nice throw on the run, too, to get it to him. If that was last year, that would have been an immediate sack. It is nice to have a good quarterback. That's all I'm going to say. That looks open. And nope, dropped it. I mean, did lead him back into the cornerback so he could swat it out. But I was scared of getting intercepted there up the middle. 2nd and goal. Lofted up, and why wouldn't you try to catch it? I mean, it was right at you. What was that? It was kind of a risky throw, because yeah, Oscar Choi's wide open in the back of the end zone, and I just kind of have to lift it over that linebacker. But look, Oscar Choi just watches it go by him. But he forgot he's playing a football game. He thought he was in attendance. He's like, wow, these graphics are really great. Just field level seats. This is great. No, dude, you're supposed to catch the ball. That's what you're here for. 3rd and goal. Let's just run up the middle. Vince Trinidad touchdown. He just made it look easy. And the true freshman hits his dance for his first rushing touchdown of his career. And it's off to a great start here in St. Louis. He is the future of this program, and he's showing every bit of it today. He's been very patient, very poised. He's made plays with his feet when he's needed to. He's made some good plays through the air as well. Yeah, he should be good. We'll have to see him, how he plays against some stiffer competition. We got a tough slate coming up against Mizzou and then Colorado and then SDSU. So that'll be really the make and break of his freshman year. He'll probably be fine against the MAC competition once we get to it. But yeah, he'll have to get through the gauntlet first. FCS East is probably going to throw a bit more to try to get back into the game. No, they'll just go right back to the wishbone. All right. No, I don't know why I keep saying wishbone when it's flexbone. That's a good throw, though. That's going to be a touchdown, probably. Nope, yep. This number 7 guy is torching us today. All right, yeah, and they're going to go for it on 2. Go for 2. Fullback dive. We stood him up. There we go. Yeah, our lack of speed in the cornerback core is still apparent. We just couldn't keep up there, and I forgot not to call timeout. Guess they're going for onside. I mean, I guess you kind of have to. Hands team. First guy missed it. Second guy's got it. Should be the game. Really stacking the box here, though. Yep. They blitzed. Just lucky to get back to the line there. Here's Dunbar. He gets enough. 3rd and 4. I think we turn shoot clock on here just to get as much time off as possible. I think we have to throw here, though. I'd like this first down more than anything. Golden might win on the outside. We'll see. He does. Let's give him a chance. And he caught it. That's a touchdown. Leon Golden just torched over the top. He had just enough separation. And Vince Trinidad just laid it up to him, and he caught it right in the back of the end zone. Yeah, Vince Trinidad's deep passing is good enough. I just need to remember not to throw bullets when I'm throwing deep. Because that one bullet pass I threw, he was way off. But if it's a lob, he'll get it in there, no problem. And we're up 38-13. This is a great start. Yes, it's against FCS East. I need to keep saying that. But I mean, the way our offense struggled last year, this is a breath of fresh air for sure. Yes, 2-minute warning. This game is by far gone. There's just no hope for FCS East, but I mean, we got to keep playing good defense. We don't want to give them anything easy. I'd like to get some pass rush, and I'd love to be able to guard a corner or a comeback. Just impossible, really. Do I need a shade underneath so they play the curl? Secondary, yeah, try shading underneath. Let's see what happens. And that worked. We got a pick. This is an underthrown ball. He was beat over the top, but the quarterback didn't lob it. He just kind of threw it in a flat arc, and the cornerback was able to just reach over top, catch it over the shoulder. That's a Terry Poole. Of course, he got beat. He's only got 83 speed, but yeah, just a better throw, he would have got torched. But I mean, he made a good play. He's got good hands whenever they do throw it at him. Bounce outside. That was a good run. Stayed in bounds too. I wanted Teague to just run him over. Got kind of stood up there. It's a little disappointing, but he was across the first down line. Should be the last play of the game here. We'll hand it off to Dunbar one more time. We'll get a gain at 8, and I think I'll just let the rest of this clock burn off. That will be your ball game. Final score will be 38-13 for your St. Louis Billikens. And for the first time in program history, we start the year off 1-0. Yes, FCS East is a much better Week 1 matchup than Mizzou was last year. But this is a much improved team. We actually have skill players out there now. We have a quarterback. 5 touchdowns for Vince Trinidad in his debut. He played amazing. Yeah, he couldn't really do much wrong there. Didn't really make many mistakes, and the mistakes did not hurt us at all. Had one kind of questionable throw into double coverage on a deep post, but that was a user decision, not a quarterback error by any means. And yeah, really impressed with the team. Take a look at the team stats. Mr. Trinidad, he was your player of the game, obviously. 242 yards in the air, 4 touchdowns. He added 1 on the ground. Yeah, just very efficient. Dunbar had 111 yards on the ground. He was by far our best running back. I didn't see Perkins ever in the game. I wonder why he didn't get a cameo. Cameron Teague was good in his little touches. Vince Trinidad, 6 for 16. Did he ever get sacked? I think he got... I wouldn't call them like sacks because he was running around and then eventually got tackled trying to get back to the line, like almost out of bounds. So I guess technically sacks, but I wouldn't really consider them like swallowed up in the pocket kind of sacks. Yeah, he added 1 touchdown on the ground. He had 1 good run for like 11 yards. That was very impressive. In the air, Mason Williams had the bulk of the work. Gary Keenan had the most receptions, and Williams, Choi, and Golden and Young had the 4 through the air. Only 2 drops. Choi had 1, and he also let 1 just fly by him. I'm still puzzled about what that was about, but I guess it didn't end up hurting us. We just ran it in the next play, and yeah, the O-line played well. I think didn't really notice any egregious whiffs on blocking assignments. And on the defense, Randy Richards, the strong safety, had the most tackles. I think he will be a weak link on this offense, but he played well today. Jeffrey Reynolds had a sack, Alexander Arnold had a sack, and then Hester and Walters combined. I guess they did give it that 1 to Hester, even though he didn't really get contact. And then we had the 1 interception from Terry Poole, no forced fumbles. Yeah, just a good play, good game all around. All right, just going to take one more look at recruiting here before we advance to the next week. We got 10 more hours to give out, and I just want to make sure we're investing in the right people. Wow, Central Michigan had a huge gain on Tracy Funchess. Like, what did they even do to get that much? Are they full sending the house? There's no way that's a sell or a visit. It's not the top 5 yet. That's just insane. But I think as long as we just stay in the top 2, we'll have a chance on him. I don't really want to put any more right now. But yeah, I'll have to double back on him. We don't want to let it get out of hand. I just kind of tacked on like a $5 on a couple people just to help speed things along. Nothing really too involved, so I'll probably leave it out of the video. And we'll just move on to the next week. Vince Trinidad is your MAC Offensive Player of the Week. He had just a great game. 5 total touchdowns. Around like 250 total yards. Yeah, well deserved. And then next up, we will be playing Mizzou, the big rivalry game, and they'll be here in St. Louis this time, and we really gotta put on a good show if we want a chance. But I mean, we'll put up a better fight than last time, that's for sure. With our team's much better. We have a quarterback that can evade the rush, and yeah, it'll be quite the show. And I'll leave that for next episode. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will see you next time.